You might be surprised to learn that simply choosing the wrong kind of milk each day can quietly increase your risk of chronic inflammation, osteoporosis, high blood pressure, and even cognitive decline, especially if you're over the age of 65. According to a recent study published in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition, several types of milk that are widely considered healthy may actually be doing more harm than good for older adults. These common choices can leave you feeling more fatigued, disrupt digestion, and silently raise your risk for serious age-related conditions. But here's the good news: making just one smart switch to a better milk each day can lead to noticeable improvements in your sleep quality, digestion, heart health, and brain function. In today's guide, we'll reveal the 3 types of milk seniors should avoid no matter how familiar or comforting they may seem, and introduce 3 expert-recommended alternatives that are not only safer, but far more nourishing for aging bodies. And be sure to stay with us to the very end, where we'll share one lesser-known milk that researchers believe may actually help slow down cellular aging in seniors. Let's dive in before we dive in. If you haven't subscribed yet, I recommend you hit that button and turn on the bell, so you never miss another health tip made just for you. If you enjoy this video, type 1 in the comments. If not, type 0. To let me know how I can make better content for you. 3 types of milk that people over senior health tips 65 should avoid. 1 whole milk, the silent whole milk heartbreaker. At first glance, whole milk might seem like the most natural and wholesome choice, especially for those of us who grew up with a glass of it on the breakfast table. For many seniors, it carries a sense of nostalgia, a feeling of warmth, maybe even a memory of better days. But behind that creamy texture and comforting taste lies a silent threat that can slowly erode your health in ways that often go unnoticed until it's too late. Whole milk contains high levels of saturated fat, over 4.5 grams in a single 8-0 cup for younger individuals. This might not seem alarming, but for people over 65, the consequences can be deeply harmful. Our metabolism slows down with age, arteries become stiffer, and the heart works harder to maintain what it once did with ease. Add a daily dose of saturated fat into this already vulnerable system, and the result is a slow, persistent rise in LDL cholesterol, the so-called bad cholesterol, the kind that clogs arteries, the kind that leads to strokes, heart attacks, and silent hypertension conditions that creep in often without warning. The price you pay. According to a major study by researchers at Harvard, older adults who regularly consume whole milk increase their risk of cardiovascular events by up to 18%. That's not a statistic to ignore. It's a warning bell for your heart. For many, the signs are subtle shortness of breath while walking, mild chest tightness, or fatigue that feels out of place. But these are not just signs of getting older. These could be signs your heart is under strain, and it doesn't stop at the heart whole. Milk is calorie-dense, and if consumed regularly, can quietly contribute to weight gain with aging bodies already struggling with mobility and muscle loss. Those extra pounds can become a burden. They add pressure to your joints, increase the risk of insulin resistance, and chip away at your independence. For seniors managing conditions like type 2 diabetes or early-stage kidney disease, the fat content in whole milk can turn from a comfort to a complication. What's more, many seniors experience bloating, indigestion, or stomach discomfort after drinking milk, but never connect the dots. This could be due to lactose intolerance, which increases with age that morning. A glass of milk might be leaving you more sluggish than satisfied and could be compromising your gut health in ways you don't even realize. So while whole milk may look innocent in your fridge, its daily impact can be far from harmless. It's not about cutting out comfort. It's about redefining it in a way that aligns with your body's changing needs. But if whole milk isn't the answer, what about that thick, sweet milk so many of us love in our coffee or desserts? The next one on our list might surprise you because it's found in nearly every senior's pantry. Yet it hides a sugar bomb waiting to sabotage your blood sugar and brain. If you're still watching and finding these insights helpful, please comment number 1 below to let me know you're with me. Now let's move on to point number 2, sweetened condensed milk. 2. Sweetened condensed milk, a sugary trap for your brain and body. There's something undeniably comforting about sweetened condensed milk. For many seniors, it brings back cherished memories. A spoonful in morning coffee drizzled over warm desserts or used in those family recipes passed down through generations. It's creamy, rich, and delightfully sweet. But behind that familiar flavor lies a dangerous truth, especially for aging bodies that are no longer built to process such concentrated sweetness. Sweetened condensed milk is a sugar bomb in disguise. Just 1 tablespoon contains around 10 grams of added sugar, and that's just a small spoonful. Most people use far more without thinking. Twice the high glycemic load of this milk causes rapid spikes in blood sugar, placing extreme pressure on the pancreas for seniors whose glucose regulation is already compromised. This can accelerate the path toward type 2 diabetes or worsen existing conditions. The price you pay isn't just in your blood sugar numbers, it's in the silent inflammation that spreads throughout your body, weakening your immune response, dulling your mental clarity, and aging your cells from the inside out. Chronic sugar intake, particularly in liquid or concentrated forms, has been strongly linked to neurodegenerative conditions like Alzheimer's and cognitive decline. In fact, scientists now often refer to Alzheimer's as type 3 diabetes. Because of the role insulin resistance plays in impairing brain function, every time you stir a spoonful of condensed milk into your tea or coffee, it's not just about indulgence. It's about what that indulgence does to your brain over time. You may notice it in small ways: forgetting where you placed your glasses, struggling to find the right words, feeling mentally foggy. These may not just be signs of aging. They may be the early symptoms of sugar-related cognitive stress signals, that your brain is fighting a losing battle against a sweet but destructive invader. Beyond the brain, your gut and digestive health can also take a hit. Condensed milk, with its syrupy texture and richness, slows down digestion and contributes to bloating, irregularity, and discomfort. It can leave you feeling heavy, sluggish, and tired, robbing you of the energy and vitality you deserve in this stage of life. And then there's your heart sugar, has a well-documented link to arterial stiffness, increased triglycerides, and inflammatory damage to the blood vessels. When combined with other risk factors common in older adults like high blood pressure or cholesterol, this becomes a recipe for trouble. Yes, sweetened condensed milk may seem like a simple pleasure, but over time, it exacts a high price on your memory, your circulation, your blood sugar, and your quality of life. It's one of those indulgences that takes more than it gives. So, what's the alternative when you want something smooth and creamy without the sugar trap? Surprisingly, the next milk on our list seems healthy, plant-based, and light, but it carries a hidden danger that no one talks about, especially when it comes to your bones and kidneys. Let's take a closer look. 3 rice milk, the weakest rice milk link in your golden years at a glance. Rice milk appears innocent, light, easy to digest, and plant-based. Many seniors reach for it, assuming it's a safe choice, especially when lactose intolerance or digestive sensitivities make cow's milk less appealing. It's often marketed as gentle, natural, and even heart-friendly. But this popular milk alternative hides a number of quiet dangers that make it one of the least suitable options for those over 65. Rice milk is primarily made from mill-white rice and water. Simple ingredients, yes, but nutritionally shallow. It lacks the core nutrients aging bodies need to stay strong: protein, healthy fats, and a balanced profile of vitamins and minerals. In fact, rice milk contains little to no protein, often less than 1 gram per serving for seniors. This is a serious issue. After age 60, muscle loss accelerates, and without sufficient protein in the diet, the body begins breaking down lean mass faster than it can rebuild it. That translates to reduced strength, slower mobility, and increased fall risk, all from the quiet decline that can come with something as seemingly harmless as your morning milk. But the deeper problem with rice milk lies beneath the surface. Unlike many other plant-based milks, rice milk contains inorganic arsenic, a naturally occurring toxic element that rice plants absorb from the soil. This is particularly worrisome for seniors whose detoxification systems are no longer operating at full capacity. Long-term exposure to inorganic arsenic, even in small doses, has been linked to kidney damage, liver stress, and increased risk of cancers affecting the skin, lungs, and bladder over time. That daily glass of rice milk may be doing more than just failing to nourish. It may be actively undermining your health. The price you pay is cumulative. You may not feel it at first, but if you're struggling with brittle bones, worsening kidney function, or unexplained fatigue, rice milk could be quietly contributing to those issues. And here's another hidden cost. Rice milk often has a high glycemic index, which means it spikes your blood sugar quickly, despite being dairy-free for the nearly 50% of seniors living with prediabetes or type 2 diabetes. This can lead to dangerous fluctuations in energy, cognition, and metabolic health. It's like feeding your body empty energy, fast-burning, unstable, and unsatisfying. Even worse, many brands of rice milk are sweetened, adding to the blood sugar burden and providing zero fiber to help offset the damage. What starts as a light, seemingly safe option can quickly become a poor nutritional investment with long-term consequences. So, while rice milk may seem like a mild and neutral choice, it's often the weakest link in a senior's diet, providing too little of what you need and too much of what you don't. But don't worry, there are much better choices coming up next. We'll explore 3 powerful milk alternatives that not only nourish your bones, heart, and brain, but may actually help reverse some of the silent damage done over the years. One in particular has been shown to strengthen memory, support digestion, and improve sleep quality, all from one daily glass. Let's take a closer look. Senior health tips: 3 types of milk the elderly should choose every day. Fermented soy milk, 1 fermented soy milk, strength, balance, and brain power in a glass. For those of us entering our later years, every choice we make about our health carries more weight than ever. What we eat, how we move, how we rest, all of it adds up. And when it comes to milk, one of the most overlooked yet powerful choices a senior can make is fermented soy milk. Not just regular soy milk, but fermented. Because what happens during that quiet transformation makes all the difference for aging bodies. As we grow older, protein isn't just important, its essential muscles weaken, bones lose density, and balance becomes more fragile. Fermented soy milk stands out because it's one of the few plant-based milks that delivers complete protein, meaning it contains all 9 essential amino acids your body needs to rebuild tissue, preserve strength, and maintain mobility for seniors who are struggling with muscle loss or simply trying to stay active and independent. This makes it more than a beverage. It makes it a daily form of self-preservation. But the benefits go far deeper. Soy contains isoflavones, powerful plant compounds that mimic estrogen in gentle ways. For older adults, this matters more than many realize. These natural compounds help protect bone density, especially in postmenopausal women, and have been shown in multiple studies to support cognitive health and memory retention. It's not an exaggeration to say that fermented soy milk may help your bones and your brain stay sharper longer. Why fermented? Because as we age, digestion becomes more delicate. Our bodies no longer break down foods with the same efficiency. Fermentation helps break down the harder-to-digest parts of soy, making its nutrients more absorbable, while also reducing the risk of bloating or digestive discomfort. It also introduces probiotics, the beneficial bacteria that nurture gut health, support immune function, and have even been linked to improvements in mood and sleep for seniors with high cholesterol or concerns about heart health. Fermented soy milk has even more to offer. It naturally contains zero cholesterol, very low saturated fat and compounds that can help lower LDL levels. That morning glass could be quietly working to ease the strain on your heart without any side effects or added medication. And then there's the simple comfort, warm or cold in coffee. Or by itself, fermented soy milk has a creamy, smooth texture that feels satisfying without being heavy. It's gentle on the body, rich in nourishment, and deeply supportive of the aging process in all the right ways. But what if you're looking for something even lighter, something that can protect your heart, sharpen your vision, and go easy on your blood sugar? The next milk on our list offers all that and more, in a form that's as elegant and comforting as it is powerful. Let's pour into that, next to unsweetened almond milk. Light, unsweetened almond milk on the body, powerful for the heart. As we age, our needs become more refined, less about indulgence and more about intentional nourishment. We begin to understand that what we put into our bodies either supports our vitality or slowly takes it away. And in the world of milk alternatives, few choices are as gentle yet profoundly beneficial as unsweetened almond milk. At first, almond milk might appear too light to make a difference, too thin, too simple. But that's the beauty of it. Behind its smooth, delicate texture lies a quiet strength, one that supports the body where it needs it, most in the heart, bones, and brain for seniors navigating the daily balance of medication, digestion, blood pressure, and weight. Almond milk offers a rare combination nourishment without heaviness flavor, without sugar support, without stress. The first thing to know is that unsweetened almond milk is incredibly heart-friendly. It contains no cholesterol and almost no saturated fat. Instead, it's rich in monounsaturated fats, the very kind that studies consistently link to lower LDL bad cholesterol and improved heart health for seniors living with hypertension or a history of heart disease. This is a milk that does no harm and may quietly do a world of good. But almond milk's benefits don't stop at the heart. One of its unsung strengths is its vitamin E content, a powerful antioxidant that protects your cells, especially those in your brain. Vitamin E has been shown to help slow cognitive decline and protect against oxidative stress, which becomes increasingly important as we grow older and seek to maintain clarity, memory, and alertness. And unlike dairy, almond milk is lactose-free, making it an ideal option for seniors who struggle with bloating, gas, or indigestion after consuming cow's milk. It's incredibly easy on the digestive system and can be enjoyed on its own, or in a bowl of oatmeal blended into a smoothie, or stirred into your morning coffee without disrupting your body's delicate balance. Even more, almond milk is naturally low in calories, about 30 to 40 per cup, when unsweetened. In a time of life when weight management becomes more difficult, every calorie counts. Choosing almond milk means you can nourish your body without adding extra weight or burden to your metabolism. It's a light milk with a heavy impact, subtle but powerful. For those with a sweet tooth, the temptation to choose flavored or sweetened versions is strong, but the real benefits come when it's pure and unsweetened. No added sugars, no artificial ingredients, just what your body needs and nothing more. Still, there's one more milk on our list, and it may be the most surprising of all: rich, creamy, and comforting. It's the one option that's quietly become a secret weapon for stronger bones, steadier moods, and even better sleep. You may not expect it, but once you understand its power, you'll never look at your fridge the same way again. Let's discover it together. 3 calcium-fortified oat. Calcium-fortified oat. Milk. Comfort for the bones. Calm for the heart. There's something deeply reassuring about a warm glass of oat milk. It's mild, soothing, and has a natural sweetness that doesn't overwhelm the palate. But beyond its comforting taste, calcium-fortified oat milk offers a level of nourishment that speaks directly to the needs of the aging body, particularly for those who are seeking not just health, but a gentler, more supported way of living. As the years pass, one of the greatest silent risks we face is bone loss. Osteoporosis doesn't announce itself loudly. It works quietly, reducing bone density day by day. A minor fall in your 40s might leave a bruise, but the same fall at 70 could mean a fracture, months of recovery, or worse. This is where oat milk shines, fortified with calcium and vitamin D. Oat milk helps to rebuild and preserve bone strength, supporting your body in its ongoing fight against fragility. But oat milk doesn't just nourish the bones. It also has a unique power to support the heart and circulation. It's naturally rich in beta-glucan, a soluble fiber that binds to excess cholesterol and helps sweep it out of the body. That's not just good nutrition, that's heart protection. In every sip for seniors managing blood pressure, cholesterol, or overall cardiovascular risk. A simple daily glass of oat milk can become a quiet act of self-care. There's also the question of digestion, which for many older adults becomes a growing concern. Oat milk is not only lactose-free, but also gentle on the gut, making it an excellent choice for those who experience bloating, indigestion, or irregularity. Its fiber content helps regulate bowel movements, easing the discomfort that so often goes undiscussed but deeply affects quality of life. And perhaps most underappreciated is the emotional comfort it offers. A warm cup of oat milk before bed can help calm the nervous system. There's something about it. Its warmth, its mild sweetness that signals the body. It's safe to rest, that peace. That calm is just as healing as any nutrient. So, yes, oat milk may be humble, but it holds quiet power. It nourishes the bones, protects the heart, soothes digestion, and restores calm. But what happens when we put these small, wise choices together, day by day, meal by meal? In our next section, we'll reveal how combining the right habits, starting with the right milk, can actually help slow cellular aging and sharpen mental clarity well into your 80s and beyond. You won't want to miss what's next. A better tomorrow starts with a better glass. Today, better tomorrow starts with a better glass today at this stage of life. Every choice you make, no matter how small, can have a powerful impact on your health, energy, and independence. Something as simple as the milk you pour into your morning coffee or cereal can either support your body or silently work against it by avoiding the wrong types of milk and embracing those that truly nourish. You're giving your bones, heart, and brain the care they need to thrive. It's not about restriction, it's about renewal. A better milk means better sleep, better digestion, and a clearer mind. So take that small step, swap wisely. Your future self will thank you for it. And remember, growing old